Well, I'm Better Call Chad, and today we're going to talk about 2 common lawn issues you have in the fall, something to keep an eye on. Before we get started, please check out bettercallchad.com, online consultations, DIY lawn kits, and please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. That's the best way to support me. Now, let's get right into this video. Now, there's 2 major lawn issues you're gonna have in the fall. Of course, there's smaller ones, but these are the 2 major things you need to keep an eye out and you need to get to treating if you see them. And that is gonna be sod webworms, also fall armyworms. You're gonna treat them the same. They technically are 2 different pests, but we're gonna put them into one because the same products will treat them. So sod webworms / fall armyworms and brown patch fungus. Now this is true for all warm season turf grasses: St. Augustine, Zoysia, Bermuda, centipede, and Bahia. Probably this one, most important, most active you're gonna see is gonna be in St. Augustine and Zoysia grasses. So if you have those, this is gonna be the video for you. Sod webworms love shadier areas. You can also see them in full sun. The best sign that you have them is you'll start to see small areas thinning, maybe looking like they're scalped, because they're little worms chewing and feeding on the turf. Here's some great examples of, you can see the chew marks, and from far back you'll kind of just notice, like I said, it looks like someone kind of, the mower blade went too low, or you scalped it with the weed eater. That's a good sign to start looking, digging deeper, and you see those chew marks on the blades. That's definitely it. If you dig in the dirt, you'll find the little worms. They are clear, but they'll be green because their bellies are full of grass. And then the army worms, it's the same situation, but the army worms are a lot bigger, and you'll see these big brownish worms. But finding the chew marks is definitely enough to know that you have active issues. And also a great sign is moths. And when you mow the lawn or walk through the lawn, you'll have these little gray moths. You can see them here, and they will scatter and fly all throughout the lawn. Now, the moths don't do any damage at all. Only the worms, and there's no treatment for the moths. The moths are just hanging in the yard, mating and laying eggs to the worms. So just because you have moths, most likely you are gonna have sod webworms. That's how it's gonna be, but it's not exactly all the time. And 2, if you put down a prevention insecticide and you keep seeing the moths and you're thinking you're frustrated because it's not working, it is, because the moths can be coming from somewhere else and just hanging out in your yard, especially if it's shady. And as soon as they lay the eggs to the worms and those eggs hatch and the worms feed on the grass, that's what will kill them, especially a systemic insecticide that is within the grass blade. So you're not going to get rid of the moths, and don't be frustrated if you're still seeing the moths. Check for the chewing. If you have tons of moths and you have no active chewing in those areas that I showed you before, then you're good to go. The insecticides are working, or they're not laying eggs in your yard, or whatever you've done, you are good to go. But it would be smart, if you're seeing the moths, to use an insecticide, and I'm going to give you a list of those insecticides. Now, there's 3 really good active ingredients that you're going to want to look out for: bifenthrin, cythruthlin, and permethylin. These 3 active ingredients are what you're going to want to see on the label to make sure that it's for sod webworms. Now, of course, check through the label to make sure sod webworms is on there, but that way you can look up the active ingredient to make sure that you're looking for products that have those active ingredients. I have a few products that I will recommend that do have those actives in them: Bifen IT, Permethrin SFR, and Demand CS. Now, one of the best treatment and prevention for sod webworms is acelepryn. I like using the liquid. They do have granulars. I'm not a fan of granular insecticides. I don't believe they're nearly as effective, but the liquid is great. The hardest part is acelepryn is extremely expensive, and you can get it in small sizes, but it's still at a high cost. But that is by far the best treatment and long-term prevention for sod webworm. Now, another great thing to do is make sure you're rotating. You don't have to do it, per treatment, but I would say at least every year, make sure you're using a different active ingredient when you're trying to treat or prevent sod webworms, to make sure that they don't build immunity to those active ingredients. Now, you can also mix the product, the bifin IT and the permethrin SFR, you can mix those together to make a stronger mix, attacking them with 2 active ingredients rather than 1. With a celloprene, you would not have to worry about that. And then check and read the label for mixing instructions, and make sure you might need to retreat within 7 to 21 days, but please check all labels of the products that you're using. And if you are checking the label and you have a question, feel free to leave them below in the comments or reach out at bettercallchad.com, and I will help you to make sure that you're applying those products correctly. Now next is brown patch fungus. A lot of people are going to definitely see and deal with this fungus. Comes in cooler wetter areas, so overwatering your lawn, areas where water sits, shader areas are most common to get this. And it's going to come in circular patterns and have this orangish ring around them. Now the orange is the active fungus, and once you see it, it's super clear what's going on. Now the brown and you see is where the fungus has already been. But when you see brown patch fungus, you're going to want to treat in a giant area. Make sure that you're treating the orange active ring and treating outside of that where it will be spreading into the future. Like I said, keeping the lawn drier and things like that can help, but some yards are way more susceptible. Some people get brown patch fungus every single year. And if you get it around the same time, you can use a fungicide as a prevention, but to be honest, most fungicides don't work great as prevention unless you can get the timing really well. So if you commonly get it around the same time every year, you can apply these products as a prevention, but if not, just keep an eye on the lawn and treat them when they're active. Again, once you see it, and you can see in the pictures here, you'll definitely notice it because it always grows in some form of a circular pattern, and that bright orange ring is what you'll know that it's active. And another thing is, once you treat it, the brown rings are going to stay there, and probably unfortunately all winter long, because the damage needs to grow out. Now, if you're not seeing the bright orange, that means it's not active. So you're still going to have brown rings in your lawn once you have treated the fungus. But as long as the orange is not there, it is not active. So you are good to go. And luckily, brown patch fungus only affects the leaf and not the roots. So if you catch it early enough, once spring comes and the first few cuts of spring, when the lawn starts to grow, that damage will grow out, and within the first month or 2 into spring, you won't even notice that you had that fungus there. If it gets bad enough and spreads throughout the lawn though, it can definitely cause damage, and even at the point of resodding. So let me get you some good fungicides to help you treat and fight off this brown patch fungus. Now the last one I explained actives, and this one I'm going to just give you products because I've used all these products and know they work extremely well, and it's the same thing. Rotate products through. Now good products to use is going to be Headway G, Heritage G, Pillar G, and Armada WDG. The first 3 are granulars. You can apply with a hand spreader. I'd recommend rather than a push spreader. It's a lot easier because they're very fine granulars. And then the last one is a dry wettable granular that you'll have to put into a backpack and wet it and let it dissolve and apply it liquidy. Now Armada is by far the best. It's the most expensive, but it will definitely treat and prevent brown patch the absolute best. But it comes at having to mix spray and at the higher cost. The other products are still really good. You might have to apply them a second time, a follow-up, and even with the Armada you might have to, but if it's really bad, you might have to treat 2 to 3 different times within 7 to 21 days. Please make sure you check the label, but they're much easier to apply and they're very cost effective. So it would be okay applying it 2 or 3 times until you get it under control, because it's easy to apply and the costs are not nearly as high. But all these products I recommended are absolutely going to be effective for brown patch fungus. And now, of course, there's other issues in fall, but those are the 2 main ones, and you can treat them. You can prevent them, you can treat them, and you absolutely need to keep an eye out, because just because it's cooling off, the weather's feeling great, which we absolutely love, but I don't want you to stop focusing on the lawn. But a lot of people start to get away with the lawn coming this time of year. You know, especially if you're in South Florida. This is all year around taking care of this lawn. Here in North Florida, I mean, December, January, February, you get some of a break, mainly January, February, but we still have active issues that are going to happen. So you need to make sure you stay on top of them, because the hardest thing when things like this happen this time of year, the damage can't grow out and recover. You're gonna be stuck with that stuff all winter long. Weeds are gonna grow in, and then you have to deal with it in the spring and summer, and everything moves so fast. So it's important to stay on top of it, and these are the two things that you especially need to be looking out for this time of year, especially St. Augustine and Zoysia. This can happen in all warm seasons turf, but those two turf types, which of course are gonna be the most common, are gonna be what you majorly need to look out for. Now, if you have any questions, please leave them below in the comments. Please like and subscribe. That's the best way to support me. And check out bettercallchad.com, where I do online consultations and my DIY lawn kits. I appreciate all the support, and everyone, great rest of your day.